What do you want to start with?
Yeah, and I have started the recording. And yeah, we Germans often come as a surprise mark, don't we?
Oh, you're a bad, bad man. You really are.
Yeah, I am a very, very bad man.
Yeah.
But
Hello, everyone. Hello.
besides being Mark, the Mark Ferrimond,
No, A Mark Ferry, we come in six packs.
you come and say, oh dear. Yeah. So and long time no see and lots of news to talk about, my dear sir. Why
There
don't you
is,
why
there
don't you
is.
start with the bad news?
Okay, just give me 2 seconds. I'll just get to the old sharing app and share my screener. Right, so let's start with the bad news. Okay, so um, our friends Liam and Dave Pengele from Pendraken Miniatures posted this on the forum this morning. Sorry, yesterday morning. Um, Basically, we're taking a look at the viability of the shows for a while now, and we decided to take a break from the show circuit in 2026. Between me and Dave, we've attended them for over 33 years, now racking up about 600 events between us. Right. I think it's a bit more than 600 events because I've seen Dave at least 400 events easily over the past 30 years. Why?
I'm
Mainly
not
due
gonna
to health
argue.
issues.
I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah, mainly due to health issues, which is explained on the thing, but also the cost of attending the shows. Cost of sales, hotels, stands, travel, plus the annual cost of the van means there's very little left for the time and effort that goes into them. This year we'll be away for 29 days in total. We'll spend a similar amount of time getting the van packed, unpacked, before and after events. So it's 2 months of the year in total, which is a long time for any business to just take it out of its thing. Um, we did consider doing a few shows less, but the relative cost of the van would um, then become a higher per show. Could you hire a van instead? Yeah, then we need to find storage for the full show stand. It currently lives in the van between shows. Isn't it a big gamble? It's a big gamble. Shows are a fantastic way to meet people and get them into the products as well. What are you going to do with the time that you're reclaiming? So they've got a backlog of projects that they're going to do. They've got a lot of new releases that need to get sorted and get out there. They're going to be running events in the shop more regularly. They are going to be doing their own con. They have stated that they're going to carry on doing their own con, which is, like if they weren't going to attend their own con, it would be a bit odd, really, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
would be a bit
Yeah.
silly. But I mean, look, I know we briefly talked about this particular thing and about one of the reasons why Pendraken is taking a year off. About
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, I was among the first people to wish Leon that he can still enjoy what he loves doing because he loves doing what he does.
Yes.
And
David's the same.
when health or family is involved, that always has priority. So not only
Yes.
because of recent events, but I think the other point is maybe not equally strong for Leon, but it would be an equally strong consideration for me. We have been to, well, I have been to Caronate and Claymore this year. You have been to a few more
Yeah.
shows. And look, my impression is a little harsher than what Leon is saying between the lines here is it financially viable? Yeah. And it is very difficult to put a number on it because you don't know who in 3 months' time after Claymore is ordering from you, who saw you at the show or whatever. So,
Exactly.
I mean that aside, but the big thing is you are away, you have issues, whether it's health or finance or so, and my impression from both events now. So I'm currently speaking to the new organizer of Claymore for next year. So more about that at the end.
Yeah.
But I found the events replaceable. And if I didn't know I'm at Claymore, I'm at Caronade, I wouldn't know. There is no distinctive feeling in terms of this trader goes there, this trader goes there, and also in terms of the attendance of the whole trade side. I know we discussed this before. Not many
Yes, we did.
deals, yeah,
Yeah,
which I understand again, but when your trade shows look all the same, because half of the traders are guys with a 3D printer at home. I am exaggerating. Yeah, so
yeah,
pardon me for that. But in the end, you all have the same portfolio. You are competing for the same customers.
yeah,
And due to the finances of the show itself, so I do recall I spoke with I think his name is Thomas from Caronade, and
yeah.
the the cost of organizing this show before anybody even goes through the door is through the roof.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I mean,
So
you think about, if like Dave, they're coming up from, is it Leicestershire,
Middlesbrough, yeah,
Middlesbrough, Leicestershire area, you know, um, up to Scotland for Claymore or Carronade, and you're talking an 8 hour journey to get up here, not including packing and unpacking your van. Um, then
not
you're going to,
including
if you're coming up
casting
for
up
a,
all the stock they need.
yeah, if you're going to come up for it, you're going to come up on the Friday for the Saturday, because both Claymore and Carronade are single day events. Is it worth traveling 800 miles, then traveling 800 miles back and having to pay to put up people in a hotel and pay wages and what have you? And you may only make £1,000 if you're lucky. When I was at Tabletop Scotland at the beginning of the month, we had the same issue on the Friday, that the Friday was absolutely dead. There was hardly anybody buying anything on the Friday at all. And we did very, very poorly sales wise. We did really well demonstration wise, but sales wise, we did very, very poorly. And one of the reasons why we did very poorly is going back to what you've just said about competition. There were several traders there who were selling the same stock that we were selling, but at a discounted price. So people were buying it from then rather than buying it from the
Yeah.
official source, because they were. I mean, we were doing show specials as well, but they were selling it at a discounted price, often, you know, tens of pounds cheaper than we were selling it.
And
But
nowadays, every pound, look, I see the whole thing. It starts with the people buying, counting every pound. It continues with the organizers that need to count on every single pound, and then
exactly,
the traders counting on every single pound. And I have to say, I will go into details at the
yeah,
end, but the new organizer of Claymore is facing the same problem, and we had a very
yeah,
open discussion about it via email. So a couple of emails
yeah,
back and forth, and he has an idea what he wants to do, which is actually very beneficial for me and you. So
yeah,
I'm already going to book you for next year.
yeah, no problem.
But really, it is a kind of thing where I say, are the shows still special? And at this moment, without any change to the format, to a
Yeah,
change to the financing, I have to say no, they are replaceable. It
yeah,
doesn't matter which show you are attending, it's the same people with the same 3D printed stuff. And traders that have been, I don't want to say the name, but a trader that has been at both Caronate and Claymore for years now only attends Claymore, and had a discussion with a fellow trader saying, well, if it is as
yeah,
bad as it was the year before, so it was this year, and saying the year before was really bad, then I'm not going to come 26. So,
yeah,
and that very trader hasn't attended Caronate in at least 5, if not 10 years.
yeah.
It is really unfortunate because I think while not my kind of stuff, it is another trader that has a really nice portfolio, and if you're into that kind of stuff, it would be very missed. And I say that also for the shows. Once they are gone because they are unviable, nobody. You see, this is another problem. That try to organize a show nowadays. Everybody who doesn't get to be the boss is not gonna pull their weight
Yeah,
nowadays. Yeah, and you end up with a lot of work with very little thanks and nothing to show for. So
yeah.
I understand every single party in this.
See, what I think is the future of shows is it's like the Big Bang Theory. You have the Big Bang and the universe expands outwards. So that means things get bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And eventually the universe will get to a point where it reaches critical mass and then start to contract. Now, as the universe contracts, it makes it easier to manage, just like you're saying. And I think that uh, things like PeachyCon, which is held by Chris Peach from Peachy Tips YouTube, he used to be a Games Workshop painter, he's like really, really sound guy. Um, I think Chris has got the best idea. Have a small local area convention and invite just local traders. So your
Exactly
local game shop.
what I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
One idea that and I hinted this at you, I think, is I spoke with Sebastian. That
Yeah.
is the first news that I'm going to share in a moment. Is I was talking to Sebastian because one of the local clubs, one of the local guys, Kenny, he was looking for doing their own con, and I said, well, if the conditions are right, these are the games that I'm playing. Give me some stock, Sebastian, or whichever trader,
Yeah.
and whatever I don't sell, I give back to you, and the organizer gets a percentage of the sales. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that is the kind of thing. Well, now I basically hinted what
Yeah.
Claymore is going to organize, or what Claymore is considering to do. And I'm gonna
It's not
talk.
a new model. It's been done for a long time. It's a model that was dropped in the late 90s. It has been done. They used to do it at
What did I
Ripples.
say? The 80s
Hmm?
and 90s are coming back. Here we
Yep.
are again.
Yep.
So
Right. Anyway, we're going to move on because we're limited for time.
Yeah,
Right.
just
So,
quickly, since I was at Sepp Games, and I spoke with him. Right now, his release plan is Leviathan
mhm.
in 10 millimeter this side of Christmas, new game box.
That's cool. That's pretty short. Like 2 months. That's pretty sharp. Fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
know he has shown some. He has one new unit already on sale,
Yeah.
plus the demo box. And at least one more unit is in the works, and he has already painted them.
Yeah.
So it is something. I don't know what exactly he's going to put in the game box. There is something else I was hoping for this side of Christmas. But yeah, two urban war projects. One maybe this year, definitely next year,
You
and
crazy kids in your
another.
urban war.
Yeah, I am an enthusiast.
Yes, you just a little bit. Anyway,
Just
moving
tiny
on.
little bit.
First things first, on behalf of myself and Roland, Dave, Leon, thank you for years and years and years of fun game shows and being there for us. It means a lot to us both, really does.
It does
Okay,
indeed. And in closing, Leon's comment on my well wishes and comment on his Facebook post was, well, let's see how many people are crazy enough to come from Edinburgh to visit us here in Middlesbrough. Not hinting that
yeah,
somebody may have done this in the not too distant past.
yeah, but that's because
But yeah,
you're a mentalist. Okay, right, moving on.
it was
Okay,
definitely worth it. It
yeah,
was
and of
definitely
course it was. I mean, spending time with Dave Pengill is always worth it, man. He's a gentleman
absolutely.
and he's so funny. He's got a really dry sense of humor. Right,
Dave, his brother, I think it was,
yeah,
Leon, his wife, the nice, I think Susan is her name, the post lady.
yeah,
So yeah, super interesting, great shop. Yeah,
yeah.
and to help with the van builds and to entice them back on the show circuit, I do uh, all entice you, invite you, go visit them in Middlesbrough in their shop.
Yeah.
Beautiful place. One bus away from the
Train
station,
station.
from the station
Yeah.
and the hotel. So yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Okay, right. So next point of agenda, moving on. Um, we've talked about this earlier in the year when they were first announced, but they're finally due out. They're due out on the 30th of September. Speed paint markers. They are real. They are in the wild. There are some, quite a few influencers. I'm not one of them because I'm not big enough, apparently, who've received them. And apparently they're very good. They're really good. They come in two different batches. There's the 10 pack, which has 10 paints and also has a spur um,
Set of
pen.
tips.
It's a spur pen, but it's filled with the felt tips on them. And you can refill them, but according to what I've seen on two websites, one of them's Peachy Tips, and the other one I think was Stally, Tale of Painters. It's a real arse to refill them, and they only hold something like 9 mil or something like that. They don't hold very much, whereas your standard paint bottle holds 18 mil. They only hold 9 mil.
17,
They
18.
are cheaper to buy than buying speed paints because there's less in them. That's only if you buy them in bulk. If you buy them singly, I think they're £3.50, which is,
Yeah.
about the same price
I've
as,
seen them around 4 quid.
yeah. So they're available for order now. So you get Grim Black, Graveyard Grey, Pallid Bone, Magic Blue, Orc Skin, Zealot Yellow, Blood Red, Fire Orange, Fire Giant Orange, Hardened Leather, and Polished Silver in the main set. And then there's a three set which has got uh, the Zealot Yellow, it's got the Blood Red, and it's also got the Orc Skin in the three pack. So those are available now. The three pack's 10.99, and the 10 pack is £30. I mean, it says £42 there, and it says £11.25 there, but that's from the Army Painters official website.
Yeah.
If you shop around, you can get them a lot cheaper. With like if you're a gamer, you're going to shop around because you don't want to spend all your money out on one thing.
Look, as much as I say, yeah, people are shopping around. Um, One of the things that I do buy directly from Army Painter is I think I bought big paint pack, my big paint box with all
Yeah,
the paints from them many moons ago. I think that's 3 years ago now, or more than 3 years now. Almost yes, definitely three and a half. And at that time, I didn't have to pay postage. So
yeah,
that was a massive advantage. That was a massive advantage. And I can't say for the new management. I did deal in the past with the two owners directly. And yeah, that I mean that is 10 years ago.
yeah.
So
But there are alternatives to speed paint markers.
yeah,
One of them I've got in my hand. I know it's back to front, but that's AK Interactive. I got these at Tabletop Scotland, and I'm really glad I did. It was £70, but as you can see, it's a lot of paints,
yeah,
a lot of pens, and this is double thickness. So there is 34 pens in there. So it works out about £2, £2.20 per pen. And the nibs on them are really, really nice. They're very, very good. They're brilliant for doing things like scorch marks and
yeah.
battle damage on things.
I
Save
mean,
you
there's
using a sponge.
definitely more than one use case
Yes,
for
definitely.
these pens.
And I
Yeah,
think that the speed paint markers mixed with those will be brilliant. But you're going to have to retrain your hand to work in coordination with the pens because holding a brush and holding a pen is two different
yeah.
skill sets. It's very much. I mean,
Look, in that sense, I think it is more accessible for younger and new
yes,
people.
yes.
So because
So
everybody does coloring when they are little. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So when I was doing my A levels, I did my art A level, and it was near enough all brush. Everything was brush. Very rarely used pens apart from sketching and stuff like that. And I've now got to the point where I can't draw. And I used to be able to draw brilliantly. I've got a grade A art A level. I used to be able to draw brilliantly, but now I can't. And also my vision's crap. But it's an extra tool in the pocket. I've just done a video on a product we're going to talk about. And one of the things I mentioned in the video is, oh, sneaking ahead though. One of the things I mentioned is emery board. You know, rather than spending £10 on modeling files, a pound for 10 emery boards for doing nails, just as good. They work on metal and they work on plastic, just as good. And the big technique is you don't do that. You get the model and you do that with the model. Because if you do that, you're going to take too much off. If you do that, you can feel exactly how much it's going down by, especially with plastic. And a lot of people kind of forget that, and then they think, "Oh, it's just crap. I just throw it away." But they're very, very
Yeah.
good.
No, it's
Yeah,
you need the right tool and the right technique together.
yeah. Okay, right. Moving on. That speed paint's out of the way. They're available, folks. They're on pre-order now. They're If you go to Wayland Games or Element Games, I think they're £30 for the box. And if it's because it's over £25, you should get free postage from Wayland, most likely. Okay, moving on. Our friends at Mantic,
Yeah.
um, Epic Warpath. Um, that's the contents of the battle for Frivox or Frovox, which should be landing in people's houses very, very shortly. The actual release date is the 30th of September, so it's only, what, 3 days away, 2 days away.
Yeah.
Um, I'm waiting for ours coming. So you get your two factions. We have the uh, GCPS on this side here. Sorry, on this side here. And we have the Plague on this side. So the Plague get the mules and the artillery pieces. The GCPS get their jet bikes and all these cool things, as well as the Enforcer models. The miniatures are amazing. I really like the Striders. They're very good. This should be landing, like I say, very shortly in people's homes
Yeah.
because the pre-orders most of the pre-orders have gone out from when they did the Kickstarter. Most of the people have got their backing things now. I think there's only a couple that haven't gone out, a couple of units that are still working on, but it should be out very shortly. But also going back to Mantic. Mantic announced very, very, very recently, so recently I've not had a chance to write anything about it at all for GamersWeb, that Kings of War is getting a fourth edition. So here we go.
Okay.
Kings of War fourth edition. If you go to manticgames.com and you just click on the link on the first page, it'll give you linked to everything to the road to the fourth edition. And this is coming a lot quicker than I would expect. I thought when I first heard that it was dropped in the Mantic Pathfinder group, the day it was being launched, about 2 hours before it was being launched, it was dropped in the Mantic Pathfinder group. And I thought it's probably going to be next year before it comes out. No, apparently it's the end of October that it's coming out. So,
It's indeed
and it'll be a
very,
brand new
very
box set. The brand new box set, which they tend to do for the Kings of War every so often, and same with Firefight and Dead Zone. The two forces in the box set, one of them is most likely going to be the Salamanders, because that's the one that seems to be hinted at, and the other one is one of the new factions that's a strange race from Panathor. I can't remember what they're called, but if you check out on the launch hub, they got this trailer, which we'll just have a quick look. I'll just mute it. Okay, so here's our trailer with our heroes. The heroes that are mentioned are the same as the heroes from Champions. So Champions is going to be very, very integral to Kings of War going forward. Now, Ronnie's mentioned that several times in interviews, and
Well, Ambush
he-
and Champions are ideal
yes.
stepping stones in
Well, it is.
into
I mean, Champions is a brilliant way to introduce new gamers to rank and file games because you're only controlling one champion and three other units, and that's all you're controlling. But you learn all your basics from, like flank marches and
Yep.
wheeling and all that kind of stuff from it. Should be quite good. So we've got the Abyss opening up, which is from I think it's from the third edition big battle that they did a while back. These, I think these Cathayan ships are going to have something to do with it. Now, a lot of people have been speculating that the Dragonkin. I don't know if they're going to be Dragonkin, the new faction, but I think we'll have a look and see what happens going forward.
I mean, speaking of Mantic, the other thing that I was actually expecting before Christmas is the new Dreadball edition.
Right, that's still in playtesting at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's still in playtesting. The things that we've got at the moment coming out, we've got uh Warpath is out at the end of this month, beginning of next month. We've got Assassin's Creed Animus, which is due out, I think, early January, February. New factions are coming out every month for Champions. And then we've got Kings of War, fourth edition, which I think is coming out. I'm positive it's like October that it's coming out. Also, Ronnie did mention that they're going to be giving away third edition rules for free. All you do is pay
Yep.
the
It's
postage.
already
So
it's already in my feed. It's already in my
yeah.
feed,
So
and you
basically just go on the
basically just
website
pay
and
postage.
if you want to learn to play a really good game, Kings of War, you can do it for free because the rules, I'm not talking about a little pamphlet, we're talking about a
A
400 page rule
massive
book
rule
with
book. So,
background and everything. It's
look,
really well
the
written.
only gripe I have
Yeah.
with the rule books at Mantic is they are all paperback.
Yeah. They're not hardback, which is a shame. But anyway, that's free on the website. You just pay postage, which is £4.50 in the
Uh-huh.
UK, which is, £4.50 is less than a cup of coffee in Starbucks these days. Okay, right. So moving on
I
from Mantic.
Yeah, I think that is a great time for a little break, and we will be back without the commercial.
Yeah, actually put an advert. You need to put an advert in there because I'm sure that Seven.
I was thinking about
Yes,
that
we'll
after the
talk about that
commercial
after.
break.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, before you continue, I found just some news, and I have another request for you that you allow me to share.
yeah, of course.
So, here you go, sharing Fate of a Nation.
Ah, right.
So the Middle Eastern War, Arab-Israeli War,
Got yeah, yeah,
In Flames of War is getting a reboot. So after they did the Cold War game Checkpoint Charlie, and after the latest release for Team Yankee, the Israelis, they are redoing the Fate of a Nation that was, I think, pretty much sold out 2 years ago.
yeah. I don't remember seeing it. I knew it was done, but I didn't remember actually seeing it in any stores.
I think one issue I have was that they did this at the same time as the initial Israeli release for Team Yankee, and then
Yeah,
did not expand the Israeli release for Team Yankee, which was absolutely a shame. And while they are doing it, I don't think the Merkava 3 was available in the time frame of Team Yankee, but that may be so as it may. I am stopping the sharing
Okay, no problem.
and back to you, my friend.
Back to me. Okay, okay, my friend. Just give me a second. Right. Okay, right. So we've just had a look at the Kings of War, fourth edition. Going to
Yep.
move on to the next big news. Well, it's actually the biggest news at the moment, coming out of our friends in Nottingham, Warlord Games. Conflict 47. Now, Conflict 47, this is a brand new edition, not to be confused with the old version of Conflict 47, which I've got sitting behind me here, if I can reach. The old version of Conflict 47,
Yep.
um, which in itself is a really good game, but was kind of um,
Weird.
weird in different ways. It wasn't the same as playing bolt action. It was bolt action with vampires and werewolves and mechs. Oh my! But
Yeah.
they've kind of readdressed it. They've got a lot of really good designers on board. They've got Stefan Kopinski, who's done all the artwork, which looks absolutely amazing. And Stefan and Carl are both like
I
the
was
two of the
about to
best.
say that's definitely relations with Carl.
Yeah, the brothers. They're two of the best fantasy science fiction artists on the planet. They're brilliant. Especially when you come to grim dark. They're really good at grim dark stuff.
Yep.
But they've also got people like Andy Chambers working on the rules in the background, and some of other ex Games Workshop alumni are actually
Wasn't
working on
Andy
Conflict.
also the guy behind Antares?
No, uh,
That was Rick.
um, Rick Priestley did Gates
Yep.
of Antares. I don't think he's carrying on with Gates because he's gone to another company now. But the
Yep.
game's not dead. The game's still
No, no.
living.
Antares is now between Warlord and Skytrax.
It's Skytrex, yeah, yeah. But anyway, we'll come to that in a little while. So the pre-orders go out. The official launch date is the 30th of September. Again, 2 days' time, another, you know, popular day. Um, but a lot of people got their hands on their copy early. There's quite a lot of YouTubers have got their copies early. On Tabletop are doing a full week of Luke's at assembling stuff. John's assembled the um, linebacker and the Stahltrooper and the Koenigs. What's it? Come on, you're German. What's the name of the tarantula? What is it? Is it Königsfeel?
You mean the
This one.
Stahltrooper? And this one, you mean the mech? That is the Vogelspinne, the tarantula.
Vogelspin, that's it, Vogelspin. And then there's also the Fireflies and the linebacker. He's already done those on tabletop. We'll get a link left in the description to on tabletop and their coverage of AK-47.
I mean, to me, it looks like a very good use case for my speed paints.
Yes, I would imagine so. They're War Games Illustrated. This issue of War Games Illustrated. If you can find it, sorry, that's not the right issue.
454.
It's
That is the one with
454.
the wrong.
So we'll close that because it's not that one. Uh, right. I'm jumping.
450, 454.
454. If you can order that and get hold of it now, you get either a Stahltrooper
No,
or a Firefly.
no, you don't. You only get fireflies. The Stahltruppen seem to be out of stock.
Ah,
I tried to look at it. Well, I
oh,
did look at it, and you can only select the fireflies.
right. Well, I suggest if you go and try and find your TG Jones, which used to be WX Smith's, and Tesco's superstores and Sainsbury's superstores, have a look in the
It
magazine
does
section.
seem that
You might
more
find them.
people are playing the Germans now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we've had this discussion,
You know,
and
I also like that you said our friends in Nottingham. So
yeah,
there are other friends in Nottingham.
there are.
There are
Yeah,
people we don't like in Nottingham, or not that much. We don't like them
yeah.
that much.
I like everybody, but anyway, right. So the core set is pretty good. You get quite a lot of stuff with it. As you can see here, we've got all the troops, the rules. Then there's a limited edition Access Commander in Stahltrooper armor. There's the Firefly limited edition Commander in
Yeah, I'm
um,
definitely gonna cut that guy off that piece of rock.
yeah, I think he'd be better running.
Yeah.
I thought that I was having your Americans and you were having my Germans.
That is an option. That is definitely
Yes,
an option,
yes, this is
but
what we were planning. Like we talked about
I
this
I
last night.
actually want I actually want the Americans because the Americans look better, and you don't have German paratroopers, unfortunately.
All right. Then there's the Style Trooper from the back as well, and then
You
we've
know,
got the
that does
frames.
remind me of the Wolfenstein super soldiers
Yeah,
from.
they do look like the Wolfenstein figures. Decals, which is always good that they come with the decals. There's the Vogelspin again, which comes with three turrets.
Yeah.
So you've got your medium cannon. Then you've also got a flamethrower attachment, and you've got the gravity attachment as well, which is the thing that does all the damage. Um, they've got three different backs, depending on which way you're assembling it. But if you're just going to use different turrets, I wouldn't worry too much about that. Then the frames for the tank itself, and there we have the jump pack troops again, the Fireflies. They're very nice, lovely models, and the linebacker, which is amazing, which I want. Um, uh, I want at least three of them because that'd be a walker platoon. Which is why I wanted your Americans, and you could have my Vogelspin and my Germans. And plus, you're also getting my other figures. But anyway, we'll talk about that later.
We talk
So
about that later, and I have to say I am not a fan of the mechs. I'm not a fan of the mechs. The linebacker and the American mechs are the only ones that actually look halfway mechy, so to
yeah,
speak. But I have to say the upgraded Panzers and the
yeah,
tanks, they look amazing. So the Tesla
yeah,
turrets, the railgun turrets, really,
yeah.
really nice.
Okay, so and you get the decals for the Americans, you get the dice, you get the combat dice, and you also get
A dice bag, and they
dice bag as well. It's just a plain black dice bag. So that's available now for pre-order. If you can get this, it'll probably be on eBay because I think it's going to sell out because the open day was yesterday.
yeah.
This
It's
is,
already it's already on eBay and people are taking the starter apart and selling it by parts.
yes, yeah, I've noticed that. Okay, so this is Roberta Wells. She's an all-new character for the Americans. The factions have changed with the rules because we've got the Americans, the British Commonwealth, the Russian Empire, Russian Republic, is it? Republic of Russia, and the Japanese Empire. And then instead of it being the Germans or the Germans, it's the Axis. And one of the big things that they've actually done is they've got rid of all the nationalism out of it because they all got wiped
And
out.
the Italians are, I think the Italians can go both sides.
Yes, the Italians can go both sides. And the Finnish, I think, can go with either the Russians or the Germans. I'm not sure because I've not looked through the army list yet. But I think the Finnish can go with either of them, which is pretty good because I've seen some very, very nice Finnish weird war stuff from Konikensu Miniatures. My friend Andre Lanes has done. They're brilliant. They're really, really nice. But anyway, Roberta, she's available this weekend. I think she'll be available until Monday night, and she's only a tenner, and she's a nice model. That's a nice picture of her. We'll have a look again.
Yeah.
And she's got a Tesla rifle. She's also she comes with two Rift dice in it as well, and that's the thing of the rules. Right. So that's a quick look at conflict. Uh, as I said, they've changed the rule layout slightly. The rules have changed completely, actually, because they now got there's a rift opens up over Dresden. There's a rift opens over Los Alamos, and they start gets is where they're getting all the technology coming from. And as I said, the Nazi party's gone. They've all been wiped out or absorbed into the German party, and they're now replaced by a thing called the Green Vault. Um, I don't know what Wallow's take on doing this was, I don't know if it's been PC or what have you, but they still sell SS, Waffen SS models, so I don't think so, really. Anyway, moving on. It looks very good. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I'm just waiting for my.
Tuesday for my starter set. That is what I was promised.
You what, sorry?
I was promised Tuesday for my starter set. Let's see
Tuesday.
if they make it true. I don't mind
Yeah.
if it's Wednesday because it's a bit. I ordered it yesterday, so
Yeah. Well, it's all right. We'll hopefully get them anyway. Right, moving on. Last piece of news. Dead Man's Hand plastic gallows set. Now, I just posted a video about 20 minutes ago before we started doing this on Gamers Web because I have in my hand a plastic gallows set.
in
So
use.
Stuart and Mark from Games Great Escapes were very kind enough to send me a sprue out. So I've just done a review of that. I've got the review of the Stelltrooper and also of the Fireflies. That'll be going live tomorrow, probably, if I get the chance to get it finished. Um, so that's that. Okay, so this plastic gallows, it's a really nice kit. It makes a very good centerpiece. This is the 12th kit that they've done in plastic for Dead Man's Hand. It will work with other games, obviously, like you could use it with Wild West Exodus from War Cradle, which has just been announced that it's getting a new edition. So that'll be the
Again.
fourth edition, I think. Yeah, they're working on that at the moment. Although I've kind of fallen out with favors of that because I liked it. I really enjoyed the game, but trying to
My
keep up with
problem with
everything.
that whole thing is they are the game developers that have the rights for most of the Spartan game stuff,
Yes, yeah.
and they are doing F all with it.
No,
So
they've done a lot of stuff with. I mean, like Dystopian Wars has just got the land war version.
dystopian wars, yes, they have done a lot with dystopian wars, but
No Firestorm
no
Armada.
Firestorm, no Uncharted Seas,
No, it's a
and
shame really
that's
because
a
I
shame.
really liked Firestorm Armada and we did a lot of work on a source book that never, ever, ever will see release because obviously Spartan Games has gone. But
Yeah,
anyway, we're not talking about War Cradle. We're talking about Great Escape, and
yeah,
this
great
is a
stuff.
really nice kit. It comes with this We Dude at the front here, with a top hat. You get two different arms for him. One holding what is obviously a wanted poster or something like that, and he's pointing at the condemned man, and the other arm is holding a Bible. I think what they did wrong here, not wrong as such, but what they should have done was actually give him a priest outfit. So he's up there laying down fire and damnation. That would have been amazing. But there's nothing stopping you replacing him with a priest. Nothing at all. Then in the background, we've got a guy who's about to be hung as well, looking on and saying like, "Oh crap, that's me next." And then the executioner, he's got his little
Lever
hand on
there,
this.
yeah.
He's got his hand on the lever and he's about to pull it. We'll have to see what's going on. Yeah, the little trapdoors come out, so you can drop the guys through. All in all, I uploaded my video. My video took 20 minutes to make. It's a 20-minute long video. And of 20 minutes, there's only 5 minutes that I wasn't actually on screen. I did 5 minutes off screen when I assembled the barrier around the side because I couldn't reach to actually assemble it underneath my camera. So I did it in front of me because I couldn't reach to do it. So 20 minutes and the entire kit's built. Very, very quick. So as you can see here, we've got that's the back, hang 'em high. And then that's the sprue itself.
Looks dead simple, the sprue.
Yep, it is. I mean, it's quite well laid out. You know, there's your guys. You've got the guy with the sackcloth over his head and your trapdoors, two nooses. Pretty good, pretty good. And then we've also got the instructions as well, which come with the the thing and go. So there's the instructions. And like I say, even a novice um, builder will find no problems building this kit at all. It's very, very quick to build.
Mm.
And just very quickly, whilst we're talking about Great Escape games, they've got a couple of new things out. They've got the Quick on the Leg coming out, and they've also got
They got the speed markers.
yeah, they've got them in stock. They've got the Quick on the Lead, which is 8 miniatures that have been requested for them to bring out. And so basically, this is it's got a mini game in there as well. I think it's a shootout thing.
Yeah, it's that the Quick and the Dead movie. Oh God,
Uh,
what's her name? Not Sharon Stone, or what was it? Sharon Stone.
it's Sharon Stone. That's Sharon Stone's character. Sharon
Yeah,
Stone, Leonardo DiCaprio, Russell Crowe,
Russell
Lance
Crowe.
Henriksen, um, and I can't remember who the other person is.
Ah,
Um,
yeah, famous guy. Name is on the tip of my
Lots and
tongue.
lots of famous people. It's one of my favorite westerns, and I can't remember who's what in it. It contains the characters for it anyway. So this is also available now. But the main thing is, I'll just close this down at the moment because we don't need that. Okay, so the main thing is, um, we are now we're in the 20th year of Great Escape games, and when they sent me my thingy, they also sent me a 20th anniversary sticker. So that's going on my gaming case, man. That's going like if I can get another one, it's going on my laptop. This one's going on my gaming
Well,
case.
I was about to say you can turn that into an 8, and it is more believable.
Cheeky pig.
Yeah,
Only
I have to.
62.
I have to. I mean, with this kind of assist, I have to. So, but yeah, I mean, together we actually look together. Uh, the people would think we are 80, but yeah, we grew up in the 80s.
Yeah, oh, I actually grew up in the 60s, mate. Well, 70s. I grew up in the 70s. I left school in 79. I got my education after I left school. 14 years in school. I got my education after I left school. I spent many, many years learning learning things after I left school, and I'm still an idiot.
Yeah.
But
No,
that's the news.
yeah.
I can't think if there's any other news at the moment.
Not at the moment.
I mean, there is, but do we talk
There
about it?
is, well, there's two things. Yeah, first of all, of course, what I already leaked, so to speak, the new format they are discussing and hopefully finalizing in January, along with the new schedule. So right now it is planned to shift Claymore back a month to be not during the festival. If it were for me, I would say do it at the beginning of December. Yeah, just
Yeah,
right before Christmas.
yeah, that's a good
So
idea because it'd be good for traders. Because like
yeah,
traders are thinking, like, "Oh, Christmas, I got rid of all this crap that I've got sitting in the
exactly.
warehouse."
Exactly. And also great time for it is not too far away from a January release window or the Christmas release. It is the Christmas release window. That
Yeah,
is that is one thing. And the other thing that is going on, I will be attending Claymore, obviously, and I am going to release a new game, a rule set that I'm working on, CQB, Close Quarters Battles.
yeah,
Ultra Modern Skirmish in 28 millimeter. I already got a couple of people lined up that are going to help me with that because I am only the rules writer. I
yeah.
am not an artist. I am not well connected in the business to get packaging and printing and everything done. So,
Mm.
yeah, over the next
Well,
couple of
I
weeks,
know someone who is.
we both
So,
know a
well, I
couple of
know.
a couple
Well,
of
actually, I know a
people.
lot of
Yeah.
people who are. So, yeah.
Yeah, no,
Miniatures.
working
Is it
on that.
miniature agnostic?
It's going to be, yes, it's going to be miniature agnostic, but there is actually someone who is planning to retire next year,
Yeah,
and the miniatures are very nicely priced for the
Yeah,
quality that they have. So they are not Empress Miniatures quality
yeah,
detailed. They are, I would say, half a tier below that. Yeah.
yeah,
But they come exactly with the range that I have thought of that I want to do. And with that kind of situation, there may be an opportunity to yeah, get some really nice people together
yeah.
and release a great game at Claymore 2026.
No, that's pretty good going. It's less than 12 months away, so yeah. But going back to Claymore, it didn't always used to be in August. It's not always been in August. Sometimes it
No,
was in Easter, and for many years it was around Easter time. It was around the Easter holidays, and it used to be on Chambers Street in Edinburgh. I don't know if you remember that.
no,
That might be before you moved to
The
Scotland
first Claymore I think was 2012.
that you went to.
Yep, and that was already in the current location or in the
Ah,
location
right.
of this year,
Yeah,
the
because it's been in all
Annual
sorts. I mean,
College.
it was in Meadowbank for a while.
Yep,
It spent 4 or 5 years in Meadowbank, and
I
that was an
think it was
awful
in
venue.
September. It was in August. It was in September. It was in October.
Yeah,
So
it's strange. So
especially now with Tabletop Scotland coming to a similar slot. Yeah,
yeah, because that's the
basically,
first
I
week of
think.
September.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basically at
and
the end of the basically at the end of the festival.
yeah,
So that is something that Claymore should get out of the way. But another problem that and I just looked at it in terms of doing a bit of research. There are so many gaming clubs and groups here in Edinburgh even,
hmm
and it seems impossible to get a great show on the road. So it is very unfortunate.
yeah.
And hopefully, yeah,
See,
I'm not a member.
it's a little bit like gathering together the 12 families and getting them sit together and saying,
It does feel a
the
bit like that
Montagues, the
because
Montagues, and the Capuchins or whatever they're called,
yeah, the
uh,
capos.
the Capulets and the Capuchins and the Cappuccinos. Getting them all together and getting them to talk to each other. You have to make one of them an offer they're not going to refuse. I did try myself back in the early 2000s. I tried to get all the games clubs together to speak together, and I had did a point blank. I'm not going if that club is going,
Yeah.
and then another one. I'm not going if that club is going,
And if
and
they
then
are
I had
not going, we are
we're
not
going.
going.
We'll go if everybody's going. you know. So I got
It
cat
is.
hairs floating everywhere because of my strange cat.
I thought I did see him in the background, but anyways, yes, no, that is a big issue.
yeah,
And yeah, as I said, everybody would like to take the credit if somebody else is doing the work. So yeah, I mean, option that is the option. I'm not a member at the organizing club of
at
Claymore.
Seswick.
I'm not a member of Seswick, but
Yeah,
the guy that I'm talking to seems to be pretty reasonable. Yeah,
yeah,
and yeah, let's see. He actually saw us both. He saw us both, but we were both very busy. So from our I would say from our perspective as a demo giver on the
yeah.
day, it was a good show.
It was a good shot. I mean, like I managed to do 9 demos at Claymore, whereas at Tabletop Scotland, I on the Saturday I did 22 on the Saturday, and then I did 16 on the Sunday and 5 on the Friday. So I beat my record by one from last year. I was one demo up from last year, but then again, I was there were most of the demos were to people who'd never actually done a game before.
Yeah.
Because Tabletop Scotland is aimed at people all of a broad spectrum, families, young gamers, role players, card gamers.
In my
Whereas,
opinion, in my
we,
opinion,
yeah,
it would be a great show right at the end of the
the year.
festival, and
Yeah.
then Claymore at December. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
I don't know why, what, and so, but you know the history with me and Tabletop Scotland.
Yeah.
And let's just say when I'm being told, you could just well tell me, sorry, we are full. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you told, oh, well, we are not looking at tabletop games and the place is full of tabletop gamers and games,
Yeah.
then I say, okay, if you don't want, you just be upfront, yeah,
Yeah.
for whatever reason. You may even have a reason, but that is the kind of thing that did annoy me a bit, and
Yeah.
I have to say I have not experienced any of that with any of the shows or any of the
Yeah.
traders that I ever spoke to, with the exception of one show, and that was my very actually my very first no, not my very first my very first attendance as a demo person, and that was either 2012 or 2013 at another show here in Edinburgh, and that is when Mark Smith and I started demoing Urban War.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, on that note, trust Roland to brought everything down. On that note, I think we may as well end it there.
Yeah.
No matter where you are in the world, folks, take care, look after yourselves, no more than ever. You know, the news is absolutely terrible, but do yourself a favor, don't put the news on. Slam on some music, put some tunes on, listen to an audio book, get your paints out, do some painting, then
Do
get a
some
friend
painting,
round
do
and,
some
and
reading,
have
do
some
some
gaming.
gaming.
Yeah,
Take care of yourself, your family,
yeah,
your friends,
and that's
especially
it.
now more than ever,
More
even
than ever.
before the Christmas time. Yeah.
Yeah, Santa's not many days away now, not many sleeps.
Yeah. Also a good idea to stop being a naughty boy or a naughty girl. Well,
Can't say that anymore. You got to say naughty person. You can't say boy or girl anymore. I got told off for calling people folks. Like, what's that? It's not identifying anybody's gender apart from that they're a person. But anyway, look after yourselves, and
in
we'll catch you
closure, somebody will be
soon.
offended if you say good morning. And on that note, if you are offended by me wishing anybody a great time, then be offended. Be my guest.
Yeah, yeah, please. You know, like I've got thousands of people dying to insult me, so one more won't
Look,
cost anything.
exactly. One more won't really add that much.
Yeah.
And to carry on from be offended, it's absolutely your right to be offended. It's everybody
Yes.
else's right to
Everybody's right.
completely ignore that you are being
Yeah.
offended. So
And
on
watch South Park. Watch South Park. If you don't like a certain orange flavored gentleman, watch South Park. You will not regret it. It's very, very good. Very funny. I actually spat my tea over my laptop the other day watching it.
you
It
shouldn't
was
do
that funny.
that. You
Yeah,
shouldn't do that.
I know. Anyway, guten
Yeah.
Tag, my friend.
Have a
Goodbye,
great
everyone.
time
Take care. Look after yourselves. Introduce a friend to gaming. You'll always have somebody to game against.
with.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.